Hi, it's Cafeteria Labrish with Mona in the Fatiga Heights. Thank you for me. Yeah. So, Cafeteria Labrish with Mona in the Fatiga Heights. As you know, we are here today. I am ready to give you the coffee, the tea, or the Labrish, guys. I have coffee, I have tea, and I have Labrish. It's a lot going on. It's a lot out here. It has me looking. My tool head. I turn to the side like the exorcist. For those who don't understand, I'm turning both of my heads. This one to the left and the right, like I'm in the Exorcist movie and or Poltergeist, and I'm hearing "Step away from the light, Carolyn." It's just a lot going on. Okay, so today I want to talk about a couple things. Yeah, I just started. Oh, God. All right. So, as you know, the more that I get into my videos is the better I get, I think. And I'm trying to find different ways to incorporate my creativity within the content and make it better for you so that you guys are, um, you know, you know, excited when you see Cafetiere Labrish. Now, if you do like what you see today and what you hear today in my commentary, just don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live or when I drop a video. And also drop the comments, guys, because the comments really make it happen. And I'm excited when I see the comments coming in because I actually do answer each and every comment because I'm very vested in the Cafetiere Labrish, all right? So the things that I want to talk about today, I do want to talk a little bit about the Kelly Price situation. I was over there at Larry Reid Live, and I did notice that Larry Reid Live had a lot to say about the Kelly Price situation, breaking it down and bringing us the latest tea. So I'm going to give you that. Also, I want to talk about Gabby Petito. I want to talk about Elon Musk and Grimes. And I want to talk about DaBaby and Lil Wayne. And I want to talk about Wendy Williams for a brief moment. And then we're going to talk about One More Chance, season 2, episode 1 that was last week. Hopefully I'm done before season 2, episode 2 starts, because wherever we stop tonight, I gotta go watch that. Sorry. Y'all know I love much One More Chance. So I'm just a little bit, I'm late bringing the commentary because honestly, I just want to say that I was a little bit like uncomfortable like bringing it because I was laughing and dying, but I had put up a little clip about Natalie, Nunn, and Sarah's from the baddies tea that they have going on, and people were in my DM and people were like commenting on my last video, the one about Natalie, Nunn, and Sarah going like a Duracell battery, and people were commenting, and then I got like 30 DMs in my email telling me that the people think that I like Natalie a lot and I'm on Natalie's side and all this stuff. So we're going to talk about that also. I'm just saying. All right, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Kelly Price situation. So I went over there to Larry Reid Live. I've been watching all of the blogs. I've been, watching the tea, Googling all this. I've been on all of the sites, and this was one of the breaking news for the weekend. Kelly Price being missing or not being missing. So let's talk about it. So for the Kelly Price video, for the Kelly Price commentary, I just want to let you know Kelly Price was reported missing maybe 3 or 4 days ago, sometime last week. The news broke that Kelly Price was missing. Kelly Price had the Covidra, and she had it really badly, and I don't want YouTube to censor my video, so I'm not even saying the words because I don't know what's going on out here. The atmosphere is very tense. So she had the Covidra. She had it really bad. She was in the hospital. Her kids came to see her. Next thing, they called to check, or they went to check, and she was discharged from the hospital, and they wanted to know. She did come online and dropped a video saying, she had a Covidra really badly, and that we should pray for her because we don't know what's happening or what's occurring with Covidra, and she had it and she was worried about herself. So got everybody worried and everything. The kids were going to visit her. Next thing we know, she was discharged from the hospital like unexpectedly. So everybody's like, so what happened and what occurred and why is she discharged from the hospital when she wasn't doing well? She wasn't doing good the last time everybody checked. And so it became an issue. But she was discharged from the hospital like maybe like August, like in the middle of August. It's been like over a month, that like a little bit over a month that her family has not been in contact with her. Like they haven't been speaking with her. So, excuse me. Her sister went to her house and she did get the police to come and do a welfare check. So that's when the news broke, when the welfare check was done by the sister at her house. Apparently her son went there. He was stopped at the gate. Apparently her daughter went. She has the key. She got into the house, but the significant other stopped her somewhere upon her entrance. Okay, so there's tea. Like, so Larry Reid Live done broke the news. Everyone in the news was saying this is her boyfriend. She did come out maybe a year ago, a year or two ago, saying that she was engaged. You know, after she had had her divorce, because she had been with her ex-husband for 23 years, she did come out and say that she was engaged, she was dating, and she was engaged, and she was in a committed relationship. She wanted to like wait before she shared that with everybody. So her mother passed recently. I believe it was last year. When her mother passed, around that time she had gotten married, so nobody knew that she was married. So this tea was broken by Larry Reid Live, hashtag Harry Reid Live. Okay, all right. So now we can say he's her husband. They did it in Vegas. I don't know if the wedding, I don't know if it was enough. I don't know. I don't think it's enough. She lives with him, right? So that's her significant other. So we're calling him her husband now, just for future reference. So the husband is stopping everybody. Apparently was stopping everybody from seeing Kelly Price. And so everybody's worried, like, you know, is he like intimidating her? Is he like, what's going on? Like, there's worries. There are a lot of worries about what's really occurring with, you know, Kelly Price. So a lot of people, like a couple of people in the industry, her publicist and, you know, her attorney came out and said that she's okay, but we haven't heard from her. Like me personally, I would like if she's okay to, that like they're saying that she has a lung that's not working. Like they're saying she's on a ventilator. There are a lot of things that are being said, but there's no real concrete information. So her sister was on Larry King Live being interviewed by him as well, saying they had determined that somebody named Nicole, who was advocating to find Kelly, had spoken with Kelly and confirmed that Kelly's okay. So for me here at Cafeteria Labrish, we are just waiting for Kelly to come physically and do a video or something. We don't need her to sing. We just need her to do a video and say, hey guys, I'm okay. Thank you for your concern. You guys can stop being worried because everything is okay. I need her children to get a message from her. Like she needs to contact them directly. Why are all of these third parties being contacted but not her family? Like her family, like who can know that they're definitely speaking with her. Her family who can definitely say, yeah, we had a verbal conversation or physical like sight, you know, of her or something. So it's still a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little iffy. And it's hard now because of all of the celebrities that were going missing. Hashtag Cappy is missing, was missing. I don't know. I haven't seen her. Like she was on, you know, YouTube saying a lot of stuff and then she disappeared. And then we have Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze 2 weeks ago or so was like reported missing. And then she came and said that she wasn't really missing, but she had actually I don't know. She was reported missing, and then she came out and said something. I'm not exactly certain what Johnny Blaze's story was, but she was reported missing, and then we were worried, and it was a big thing. I didn't come and talk about it because I wanted to see how it was going to go. But for Kelly Price, I definitely did want to bring that tea to you guys. So pray with me. Hashtag Kelly Price. Hashtag Kelly Price contact us so that we can, you know, put this thing to rest, because we won't be able to put it to rest until we actually like hear from Kelly Price like ourselves. Like somebody's on Instagram, like using her Instagram to do funny stuff. Like I was a little bit like, to myself, I'm just like, why are people like going through other people? Like, why isn't she contacting anybody? Why isn't she, if she can, you know, like comments or do whatever she's doing through IG, why isn't she able to like go live and just show us a 30-second clip or something? Like, I still have questions. The world has questions. So hashtag Kelly Price contact us. And that's it for Kelly. So I hope everything is well with Kelly. We're going to continue to pray for her. We're going to continue to keep her on our minds. We're not going to stop talking about it until we're sure that she has, you know, she's okay and that she has contacted someone. That's right. Okay, so let's move on to Gabby Petito. Guys, the Gabby Petito thing is really like giving me, what would I say? It's really giving me, mystery, American Horror Story. I'm not sure what's going on, but so, whew, Gabby Petito was a YouTuber, like, you know, myself, like a lot of YouTubers out here. So as you know, guys, a lot of this social media is all about appearances, like marketing yourself, like making yourself marketable. Like as a YouTuber, like just coming into this, like this is my first time, like, you know, really getting into this type of stuff. But already I have many creative ideas of how I want to change my background, how I want to change what I wear or how I'm dressed, or how I want to start, you know, taking my pictures so I can do my community posts for you and things like that, where it'll be me or it'll be the celebrity or whatever it is, like whatever I'm doing. Like I have great ideas. Like you seen my last video that I was gifted the God Know vintage metal tea set. I'm gonna start using that. Guys, I told you, I don't know if I told you, but I'm moving, and so when I do move, I think that everything will be a little bit more upscale, a little bit more better, and I'll be freer and more zen and able to give you exactly what it is you need. I I am going through a struggle, as I told y'all before, and because of the struggle, it's a big, deep struggle for me. It's a destiny struggle right now in my life. It's one of the biggest of my life, and so I have to get past this while I'm doing this, while I'm doing other things. And so it is a moment for me. I'm having a moment, but it's not a bad moment, so I'm happy and I'm excited for what's going on. But a lot of this YouTubing or social media is really about appearances, like how you make things look versus how things really have to be. And so Gabby and her boyfriend decided that she was going to quit her job, and they were going to fix up her van and travel across country, and has started a travel blog. You know, that she's going everywhere and doing everything, which is exciting. I like it, but I don't know if I would do that like off nothing. Like I know personally, I don't know if it's because I'm like Jamaican slash, you know, black, um, what I am. I don't think that I would be able to travel cross country with anybody and live in a van. Like that's not, don't look for me to do that. Like I'm not going to none of those Utah, Wyoming, no national parks. Like that's not for me. Like just leave it where it's at, and let's just establish that. Like if you see me saying I'm traveling, it ain't me. My kids talked me into doing zip lining for Mother's Day, and we went to the Bronx Treetop Zoo, hashtag Bronx Treetop Zoo, for our zip lining. And just to let you know, it was a fun experience. I zip lined across and they said zip line back, but when they said zip line back, it was like higher. I don't know, like we had to go, like we zip line across and then we had to like climb up the stairs to zip line back over to the other side. I just told the man, listen to me, walk me downstairs because I don't have time for this and I'm not doing it, because listen, the fear, it rises all the way up to the top of my head. I just, like, the kids were laughing at me because they were like, mommy's not gonna do it, period. But I did break my zip line cherry. So like the kids, they like those type of outdoor stuff, like rock climbing, zip lining, and all these things. Like I would never. So that's the only time you'll see me do anything like that. I'll put up a clip for you. I'm gonna share one of those clips with you. You're gonna love it. It's actually but anyway, so yeah, no. Anyway, so Gabby, she decided her and her maid were gonna go, and they were gonna do and they were gonna do this travel blog. They were traveling, they were going to all the national parks, and they actually did end up now somewhere out there in that area of the world. I'm not even Grand Teton Park. I don't know. Wyoming, like all that area. So, first of all, they're out there traveling. They've been out there for like a couple months. They've been doing this. They were stopped by the police because somebody called the police to say that they seen this man slapping this girl. And when the man was slapping the girl and the people called 911, when the police came, they was asking her, like, did you hit him? Because he had scratches. Like, immediately when the police came, it seemed like he turned it on her. And she's crying and everything. And she's like, it's hysterical. And she's like, well, you know, I don't normally drive the van. And he keeps, like, locking me out of the van. And I'm getting stressed out about it. So maybe he had her walking. Excuse me. Maybe he had her walking for a little bit of the time, like just driving the van, locking her out. It's like out in the desert, in the middle of West Moko, where nobody don't go, and anything can happen in those places. I don't know what those stuff is. This is something that I'm not, like, I don't even want to look beyond the veil for this, because if I look beyond the veil, I'm be like, you know, I see everything as Zola, so I'd be like, oh, they was out there playing Zola and something happened. I don't know what happened, but I'm not going to say that because that's too much allegedly. And guys, remember, the Cafetiere Labrish is a entertainment blog. And so therefore, whatever I speak about is for entertainment. It's things that we've gathered from the internet. It's all allegedly and may not be the views of Cafetiere Labrish. Everything that I speak about myself is factual. But if I speak about anyone else, it is alleged. Okay? All right, so now Gabby's out there. She's, you know, with this man. He's a little off. She's crying. The police take him. They drop him to a motel for the night. There are blogs out there that have like the video of the inside of the motel, like him, you know, shaking the police hand, saying have a good night. The video ends with the dash cam ends with them, you know, giving her keys and leaving her to stay in the car, like. She's saying that she's OCD and she has some mental issues, and they dropped him to the hotel and left her in the car. That was kind of off. I don't know what's happening there. And so I don't know. Like, why would you let the female stay in the car? Yes, she did say it's her car, but if they both have a driver license, let the man stay out there and let the woman go into the motel, right? Overnight. I don't know. That didn't happen. They dropped him off. I don't know what happened to her. That was the last time anybody really seen her. They said she was FaceTiming with her mom for a while. It was just like 20 days in between her being missing. It's just a lot going on. And then, like, he ends up now going back to Florida where they lived at with his parents in Northport with her van without her. Sir, are you serious? Like, where they do that at? Like, this Florida now got, just put them L's up. This Florida, we talk about Fort Lauderdale. That's where I'm from. How do you take the people's stuff? How do you take this woman's van and y'all was out in the middle of nowhere and you come home without her? You allegedly. I don't think this man ever came home. I don't think he ever came home. So, I mean, somebody from outer space. I don't know who. I don't know what. I don't know. Was she kidnapped or what? Yes, Papa?
You make me some hot dogs and put some ketchup when you're done. When you're done.
Oh, not when I'm done. Call Jera for me. So, but Papa making a video. So can you go get her? To Jera! Jera! Can you come here, please? He's asking me for something. Like, when I'm making the video, like, you ask her, you want a hot dog with ketchup?
Come on. Can you make it hot?
You don't want none of the jerk chicken?
What? No.
You want jerk chicken, Papa?
You know he does. I like chicken.
Maybe he will try the jerk chicken. You're making the picture fall off the wall.
Mom, when he stole my hot dog, I need to eat it, so then I...
Okay, give him the hot dog, and then we'll try him with the jerk chicken. Listen, can you season the fish? Sure. So, yeah. I'm about to fry it. So, Papa don't eat fish. Papa is weird. Papa eat what he want to eat. He hate chicken. You hear him saying he like chicken. He do not like chicken. You give him the chicken, he's not going to eat it. Because then another day he's going to come saying, I hate chicken. Papa is his own person. And you just got to do what you're doing. So, I don't know what happened to Gabby. I don't know what they did. But, so he comes home without her. So... I don't know what done broke in. I don't know what broke out. He comes home without her. So we're in the midst of all of this now, and it's just a lot of conjecture. It's a lot of allegations, a lot of speculations. He returns home. Allegedly, he returns home. Never contacts her parents. Her parents are trying to contact his parents because they haven't heard from their daughter. They put out a missing person report on both Gabby and Brian Laundrie, who is her fiance. And when they put out the missing person report is when the police goes to his family's house to find out what's going on. And they tell the police he don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. Okay, so we have a missing person that you was last seen with. And you and the missing person went into the desert. You came home without the missing person in their vehicle, and you have the right to not want to talk? I didn't know that was possible. He didn't want to talk, and the police didn't force him to talk because he wasn't a suspect in anything. And so he never spoke. However, I don't know who ever saw him. I don't know if the law ever saw him since he was allegedly returned home. All right, maybe 10 days later, 12 days later, I don't know. The timeline is crazy. They contact the police saying his parents contact the police saying he has now gone missing and they are fearful of his life, or maybe he'll be hurt or he'll hurt himself or some type of information. So now they're in some parts of some swamp, searching some swampland that the parents said that he went into the park there. He left his car there and he left a note. We ain't seen the note. We don't know what's on the note. The note ain't never been discussed in the media. However, the parents went and got the car from where he parked it at when he went into the park, brought it back home, and it's just occurring. The police have spent maybe 7 days now, 7 or 8 days now, searching the park, the swampy parkland area for him. There's been sightings. There are people who have said that he was hitchhiking, that they picked him up while he was, before we even knew she was missing. She died. Larry Walsh said that she was beaten to death. He's from Unsolved Mysteries. He was called in. Dog the Hunter went to their house, the mother's, the parents' house of Brian Laundrie, knocking the doorbell last night. I'm like, are we in a reality show? We got John Walsh, we got Dog the Bounty Hunter, we got a lot going on. Like, is it real? Like, I don't really know, but it's interesting in the meantime. So I'm just like, okay, we just gonna watch it and see what occurs, because I'm not too sure what's happening, but I do feel it for the family. So that's it for now. Like, last I checked, there is a federal arrest warrant out for him for using somebody's credit card, for credit card fraud, and using somebody's credit card in the time frame that he's been missing, that Gabby's apparently, when has Gabby been dead? I don't know. Like, there's not enough information, and it's just a lot that's unclear. But we are taking our time to take a look into it, and I'll come back to you. I'll be updating you with the tea from that, and also the tea from the Kelly Price as we keep going. So my next video that I'm going to do, I'm also going to provide updates for you on those things. So I'll bring that back to you. In the meantime, let's close the door. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was Elon Musk and Grimes. All right, so apparently Elon Musk, you know, the Tesla guy, I don't know, I don't know. I think one of his first companies was called SpaceX that became PayPal. He had an X company that became PayPal. I was doing some research on Elon Musk the other day because I was actually reading about his first wife, the one before he got with Tallulah. Yes, and she had a lot to say. So she said she met him when they were, I think, back in college, and she was studying, I don't know what, but she wanted to be like a person that wrote books or something of that nature. And she told him while they were dating, like she wanted to have a space filled with books, and he came back after he sold his first company, and like he is the one that started PayPal. Like his first company was bought by eBay and became PayPal. Like he's a mogul for real. Like hashtag Elon Musk. Like his it be white people, they be having these stories that they be having these like rise in stories, like artists on like people on the rise, like they come out of nowhere with nothing and they rise. I don't know, but he was from South Africa. I don't think he came out of nothing. He had to have something in the background. I'll bring Elon Musk's story, a stronger story of Elon Musk for you, so we can do a little expose on him and have some fun with that, because he's not really very like interesting as far as like the science stuff, the Tesla stuff, all of that. But as a businessman and a mogul, a money man, yeah, multiple streams of income, like how to turn money around and all of that, I give him 10 out of 10 and 10s across the board. His relationships are not that too great, it seems like, because he's just always looking for like a trophy wife, and they have to like, they start out dark hair and then they end up blonde, like blonde, blonde, blonde. But Grimes, on the other hand, she's from outer space, and he's always been interested in space, and so therefore they seemed like they were a match made in heaven, because she's just what he's always been interested in: space exploration. Like her whole life is placed, like just her whole gimmick, her whole her aura and everything is like we're out of space. And so they had this beautiful little son together, and recently she came out and said that even though he's one of the richest men on earth, her baby daddy does not pay her bills. And we were just like, wait, excuse me, you have a child with Elon Musk? See, that's that Becky stuff. That's that Becky with the good hair. And Becky was like, he don't help her with the music nor nothing. I don't know what kind of music Grimes do. She, she do that music that sound like Ely Golden, like space, like air. It's not bad, like, but it's, I don't know. She's her own genre. She's her own person. She's like a Doja Cat, like, yeah. So she came out, she said he wasn't paying her bills, he's not paying for her studio time and stuff like that. And we're just like, well, why are you with him then? Because he's like one of the richest people on earth. And if you're dating one of the richest people on earth, honey, you should be getting a bag. Where is the bag? Anyway, they were interviewing him the other day, and they're like, how is the relationship? He's like, oh, we're semi-separated, but we'll always love each other, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, are you semi-separated and you live together? He's like, yeah, she's staying with me now with the baby, and da-da-da-da. So I guess they're not together anymore, almost, kind of, sort of. And it just goes in the way of all of his relationships. I don't think she fits the bill, because even if she gets the blonde hair, like the tattoos, like she just doesn't have the clean, pretty image that he's looking for. And what his first wife said is that, like, the type of people that are in their surroundings allegedly are like, trophy wives, the younger girls. And once you get to a certain age or you have a child or whatever, it just changes, and they're looking for the next younger, good-looking thing. So, we'll watch to see what Grimes comes with next. Like, I hope there's some way she could take this relationship that she had with Elon Musk, one of the richest men on earth, and turn it into a plus and a positive for her. They have a beautiful child together, so that's a plus. But sis, get the bag before you go. Like, I hope, because the first wife, he had her sign a prenup, honey. A postnup that she thought she was in heaven, and it was like 10 years later, and they still fighting that postnup. And he did not apparently like disclose all of his assets to her, and that's the only way that she was able to appeal it. So Grimes, I hope you got like something, I don't know, something, a contract signed, do something, get some money. And that's it for Grimes. So let's close the door on Elon Musk and Grimes. All right, I want to talk about, my nose always itch from the makeup I'm using. I don't know, maybe I'm allergic to it, but it's always making my nose itch. Anyway, so I want to talk about DaBaby and Lil Wayne. DaBaby has a new song out called Lonely. Hashtag DaBaby. You know I love his energy. Yeah, I always say that, right? Yeah. So, DaBaby has this new song with Lil Wayne. So, DaBaby, I don't know. He went through something the other day. I don't know if it was his humiliation ritual. I'm not quite sure. It could be not. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, you know, he had a homophobic rant, and you know, everybody was dropping him. His label was dropping him. The endorsements were dropping him. I don't know where he stands today. It seemed like he was able to apologize and get himself back in good standing with the community, because he's been appearing on a couple things since then, which, you know, Kanye had him on the demonic, allegedly. The allegedly demonic song that they did the other day. And so I'm not exactly certain where they're going with that. However, I didn't hear that song yet, but this song is with Lil Wayne. And it's called Lonely, like I said. So I want to do a little short review on the song and, you know, where we're at with DaBaby. So for me, DaBaby he signed with Interscope Records in January 2019. He lost his brother by gunshot November 2020. Excuse me. Like a lot of artists that are signed to Interscope, like as soon as they start signing, like a year or two after they sign to Interscope, they lose somebody, allegedly. We're just going behind the veil a little bit. We're not going too deep behind the veil. So don't come for me because I ain't going to talk too much. Oh, so a year or two after you sign with Interscope, allegedly a lot of artists, they lose somebody. He lost his brother. It was, you know, a big thing for him. He had done an album. He had done a song. He talked about his brother in the song. And then, you know, he made a tribute for his brother. When his brother died, you know, I would have gave everything to have you live, or whatever it was, and so on and so forth. And then he had his, you know, I don't know, alleged humiliation ritual. I don't know if it was a humiliation ritual, yeah. I don't know, because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, when there's a lot of embarrassment and a lot of, like, they bringing them down, and, like, the artist is, like, you know, on their verge. Like, right today they call it cancel culture. If the artist is, like, about to be canceled, or is, like, canceled or whatever, and then you see a turnaround. Or, like, back in the day, it was, like, Ashley Simpson when she did the, you remember when Ashley Simpson did that Saturday Night Live, and they had her yodeling, and then she was lip syncing, and everybody, like, her embarrassment, but then she ended up having a reality show afterwards and things like that. So it's just, it's a little ritual that you go through, like, where you go through your embarrassment, but then you're lifted up. So I don't know if that was his humiliation ritual, or if he was being honest. I think he was being honest. I think he had an honest moment, but I think that they've since reined that honest moment in. So, he's done this song called Lonely, and he did it with Lil Wayne. And as I said, it reminds me of Justin Bieber's song. I just want to know, like, why all of our celebrities feel so lonely. Like, is it y'all that are lonely, or is it us that are lonely? Or is it us that should be lonely, or should we feel lonely for you? Like, are we lonely? Who's lonely? Are you lonely? I'm not. It's not me. I'm not. I'm not lonely. So I'm not going to be singing that lonely song. I'm not singing Justin Bieber's lonely song, because y'all is a different lonely. Y'all loneliness is lonely in the midst of so many different people, and it seemed like it hurt. You have nobody to trust, and it seemed like you just, like, need help. And then this song is dedicated to his brother, Glenn, and it's also talking about mental health, because his brother, allegedly, he committed suicide. And it says, you know, at the end of it is a tribute. It says, check on your family members and your friends to make sure that they're not having any mental health problems. A lot of mental health problems in the industry right now. And it's a push in the industry, like an agenda also, to discuss this mental health and to make people, like, attribute mental health to themselves. Like, saying that they have mental health problems, or they're going through something mental health. Lil Wayne did an interview the other day with Ochoa, and he talked about mental health. It's on YouTube. I did watch it. It was a great interview. Hashtag Ochoa. He talked about having mental health issues. He talked about, trying to, attempting to take his own life because he was told by his mom that he couldn't rap anymore, that he wouldn't be able to do music, and he said he was willing to die for it. He was willing to do anything for it. And so he actually tried to, take his life. And that, after he did that, his mom changed, and he was able to practice music like he wanted to. But he did say that that's how he knew that he had a mental health problem, was because of what he did for himself. So this is through the years. A lot of these artists in the industry and the actors and everything, they have mental health problems. A lot of them are, like, allegedly. A lot of them are diagnosed too. And so therefore, when you hear this alter ego, or you hear like them being somebody else or coming with another name or whatever, it's the same alter ego. The alter ego agenda is a lot of bipolar people, like different personalities, multiple personalities. Sybil. You know Sybil? Sybil is the old movie that I watched when I was young, with this woman with like 40 different personalities. It was a big thing in the psychological or psychiatric industry, when multiple personality disorders were just being diagnosed, recognized, being seen and treated. And it seems like there's a lot of that in the industry. It's a lot of different ways. Listen, you gotta have some kind of something to be able to tap in to be something else. Like, look at American Horror Story. Like, where do you have to go inside of yourself to like be certain characters, like do certain things? You know what I mean? Like, it's acting, but it's method. A lot of them do method acting. We have to place themselves into, the frame of mind for these types of stuff. And a lot, Robin Givens, that was his name, the comedian. Robin Williams. He had mental disorders. So it's a lot of mental disorders going around. Hashtag mental disorder. Hashtag check on your family. So DaBaby's song, he starts the video. He's a clown in the video, like, bruh. He's a clown in the video. And so therefore, I'm just like, all right, is this an allusion to the situation that you just went to and how you feel now that you done had to step back from your stance, and that you're playing a clown role? Not only are you playing the clown, you're playing the Joker. That was the last role that Heath Ledger played before he died. The Joker role is not a simple role to play. So when I see DaBaby playing the Joker, I'm just like, oh God, I hope they ain't putting a spotlight on him for no type of reason. But I do understand it said it was directed by him. So I'm hoping that this is something that he wants to do and not something that he's being forced to do. Because I don't care what it says. I care, like, about the handlers, the videographers, the PR, the people behind the scenes that are, formulating your product, your content, and whatever it is that you're doing. So apparently he's like, oh, okay. So DaBaby is the Joker in the video. He's being captured. He's taken to a mental institution, and he's causing havoc like the Joker in the mental institution, because it's all about mental disorder, and he's going crazy. So he says in the lyrics, like, how would you feel if you were, how would you feel if you were, if you lost your brother and he took his own life, and you think you're over it, but you're not. He feels everything coming down. He's crashing, he's burning, and he's lonely, and it's a lonely place. And even though you see everybody, you acting like you're trapping and everything, but you're doing great because you're living the best you ever lived in your life. But your brother is gone, and what was the sacrifice? And not only that, like, you're doing the best in your life, and you lost the one person that you like you needed to be with you when you was doing it. This is why we was doing it, right? And the mental effects that he's having from everything that occurred. And so I'm like, okay, so are we to think that some of the things that he's doing, like the rant and everything, was because he's having a mental health problem? Or what's going, like, what's the perception that you're trying to make us have? You know what I mean? Then we have Lil Wayne coming in, and he's talking about it being lonely at the top, and he's talking about the mental health problems, where he been and what he been through, and dropping hot lyrics in it, and that was awesome. The song is very good. I like the song. I'm not gonna sit there singing lonely, and then the voice under the track is lonely, 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 the Rain Man or whatever his name is, allegedly it's on the track too, like, no, I just can't. No, sir, I am not. I cannot listen to it. I love DaBaby, but not this one. He gonna be. Yes, I do celebrate your brother with you. I'm happy to be a part of your memorial, but I'm not gonna be dun 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 dun. No, okay. And that's it for DaBaby's song with Lil Wayne, "Lonely." I like it. I'm taking a look at DaBaby to see what else he's gonna come with. I want to see the next videos. I'm trying to. I'm gonna go into his thing a little bit more because I want to see if, like, his star is lifted back up or is it fallen, or exactly what's going on with DaBaby since he had that situation that occurred with his 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 record label and all of the endorsements that he received and so on. So let's wrap it up for the DaBaby, one of my favorite artists. All right. So I wanted to talk about Wendy Williams for a little bit. So let me just drop in Wendy Williams, and then I'm going to do Natalie, Nunn, and One More Chance. So Wendy Williams, remember we talked about it the other day? I did tell you, y'all, I said Wendy Williams was out here talking about she didn't remember that Spice was on her show. We didn't remember that she had a show till Spice went on the show. And I said, Wendy, be careful, because we seen you out here with, Brandy's brother, and you allegedly, and you may be next, because we already know what he do, and we already know, like, what's being done. And we see that in Hollywood there are a lot of client artists, actors, in entertainers, you name it, that are being taken out by these fentanyl overdoses, because there was like 3 deaths one weekend. It was 4 overdoses with Fuquan and all that. Hashtag rest in peace Fuquan, where the one woman survived. And then we had the Michael K. Williams death with the overdose. So there's a lot going on. And then we had 50 Cent coming out saying, somebody's trying to kill a clientele. And then even Lil Nell said it as well. They, there's people trying to kill off the clientele or whatever. So I don't know who's sending out these hits. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot going on. That's why I told you my head is turning to the side like the Exorcist. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, Sis is in a bad place. Sis is currently recovering from her Graves' disease. She is having a mental breakdown. She is not feeling well. She is suffering from COVID. So many different things that Wendy's going through all at once. And what we see is Wendy vaping, coming out of, in her wheelchair and everything. So we're just like, okay, she's having too much drink. She's now an alcoholic. So it's just a lot. I don't think Wendy's gonna survive this. I hope she does, but the way she looks, I don't think she's gonna survive these latest relapse that she's having, whether it's medical or whatever else. I don't think she's gonna survive it, and it's a really bad thing to say, and I feel really bad, because I would just like for her to go somewhere and just sit down and be able to relax and just like recuperate and recover, like without there be any interference with anybody giving her things that she's not supposed to have. Like, if she's gonna have rehab, let's have rehab. Like, but you cannot have rehab in Hollywood around a bunch of people that are doing the things that you need to rehab from. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your atmosphere is not conducive to healing, and so therefore, I don't know. Beyond the veil, I'm not seeing too much occurring for Wendy going forward. However, come hell or high water, they determined to put somebody on the stage to perform for Wendy. And remember, Wendy had that issue that she fell out the Statue of Liberty and all of that. Okay, so I think that was a clone. I think Wendy's been cloned a couple times, allegedly. Let me just say that. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, so y'all could just call me crazy or whatever. Y'all don't have to take what I say. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt, because it's all allegedly. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I do have to put a little bit of conspiracy in there. I think this is a clone, and I think that that clone has been malfunctioning for a long time, and I think it's time to take this one out and put a new one in. I don't know if they're going to go forward with that, or if we're going to have the Wendy show anymore airing. I don't know what they're going to do with her staff. I'm waiting to see. Like, we're all watching this with bated breath, because we definitely want to know what's next for Wendy, and we want to know how this is going to end, because this is something that is gonna affect every one of us, just because of the way that the industry's set up. And you know, she's an icon in the industry, especially for, like, you know, blogging and, like, you know, bringing the tea and things like that. So she's somebody that we love and we look up to, and we want to see her, you know, go forward, and we do want to see her recover, recuperate, and do well. So pray for Wendy, y'all, with me, that she does have healing, and that, you know, by his stripes she's healed, and God will touch down with healing in his wings for all of these people, all of these celebrities that are being affected by, like, mental health problems and things like that. I also want to say, you know, some mosquito, um the celebrities that are being affected by mental health, we want to pray for them too. Pray against mental health problems, y'all. Hashtag fight mental health problems. Pray for your friends, pray for your people, check on them, and things of that nature. Guys, I do want to end here because I'm gonna do another video, and so this video I want to stop it now. Hashtag Cafetiere Labrish. I want to thank you for sitting with me. I want to thank you for being here at Cafetiere Labrish. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell. Also, we have great many things coming, so keep in tune. Stay in tuned for what else is coming. I will be sharing new things with you on my next video. Right now, my nose is scratching, so I'm go wash off my nose, and hopefully, and I don't want to wash off my nose because I don't want to wash my makeup off. But thank you for being with me. I did want to just bring you that tea, and also I'll be bringing you more tea this week. We should be having more videos coming out, because as my burdens get lighter, it's easier for me to do my videos, and that way I can share more with you. You can see my eyes don't look so drag or bag, because I've been crying and I've been in a good space, so that I am healing and coming forward up out of all of the mess that I have been in for the last I would say 6 months. So to God be the glory, has done great things for me. I want to thank you all for watching Cafetiere Labrish. Thank you for sitting with me. As always, I want to tell you that that's all. Hi, good night. It's Cafetiere Labrish with Mona in the Fatigable Heights. This is something new. I'm just trying to incorporate something different into my show with you guys. So, welcome to Cafetiere Labrish with Mona in the Fatigable Heights. I'm here to talk about One More Chance, season 2, episode 1. I do want to discuss it with y'all because I did have a great time watching it last week, and I do have quite a bit of notes that I want to share with you about it. The only thing is so I did a little video last week, right? And I just brought a little tea from Natalie Nunn as she was discussing the whole situation with Sarah Oliver and the OnlyFans and the reunion and the. So it was just like 30 people inboxed me, and there were comments on the video about Natalie, and they were talking Natalie Nunn, and they were talking about Natalie was colorist, and they were saying that I didn't want to bring the tea because I like her, and I'm just like, I think everybody knows by now that I admire Natalie's business sense, and I do like certain things about her, and I just can't hide it. However, I did go online to the YouTube, and I found the Bad Girl clips where Natalie was acting a colorist, doing stuff. Well, I looked into it. It was 15 years ago, and I was a little I was a lot taken aback when I watched the clips because she went into the house, like, I don't know if it was her first season, I believe, and she said somebody's like too black. I'm just like, start look for myself. I start look for my skin. I start look for my body. I said, Jesus have mercy. Then she said somebody else had a gorilla nose. Portia had a gorilla nose. I thought they were talking about Portia Wlliams. It was 15 years ago in the Bad Girls Clubhouse. Okay. Natalie. Then they brought me another clip where, you know, Jada and Natalie were live, and Jada goes, yeah, but you said, you know, Portia had a gorilla nose. And she said, I never said that. I never said that. I never said that. Natalie, I'm just going to need an apology. That's it. I just need an apology. I need accountability, and I need us to put it behind me, because I'm sitting here since last week Sunday wanting to bring my review of One More Chance, and I just cannot do all this laughing and giggling when I haven't addressed this, and I needed to address this. Natalie, you've taken a lot of time to be a mean girl, and you're saying that you're a bad girl, but it's really mean. And I need for this, like, let me use this, everybody, you know, all of y'all. I understand that nobody really wants to touch the Natalie Nunn, and nobody's going to, you know, really bring Natalie down. And I know Natalie rises above like candy, I fly above. I understand that she has, you know, mad connections in the industry or whatever it is that she has going on, and so therefore she seems to be a bit protected. I just need some accountability. I just need you to be like, yeah, you know, I said it was 15 years ago, but, you know, things are different, because they were on my comments and in my inbox talking about excuse me, her daughter's shade and, you know, all this stuff. I don't want to talk about her daughter's shade. I don't want to talk about color. I don't want to talk about stuff like that. But if you've made these comments, I'm just gonna need some accountability. I'm gonna need you to address it, because she seems to have like some influence on you, and you have influence on her too. And so that's just something that needs to be done, just for like principle, like just to make things better in life. Then the clip with Sarah playing, you know, your husband saying, oh, Natalie does say racist stuff, like, it's just not acceptable. It has to be dealt with, and I'm gonna need you guys to deal with it. I need you to give us something, and I also need to see how, like, this has played out in the roles that you've taken since you did that. And I think that you may have reformed. However, when you say I never said that, and there's clips on YouTube and everywhere else showing you doing it, you saying it, it needs to be, there needs to be an accountability. There needs to be an apology to dark-skinned women for, you know, this colorist situation. Like, why are you putting, you know, your own, you know, people down? And then I went over to Sarah Oliver, because they were pushing me to go to Sarah's page and Sarah's YouTube and Sarah's this and that. And I went over there. I told Sarah I need a interview, but I don't think my platform is big enough for that yet. So I'm just going to wait till it gets a little bit bigger before I think Sarah will talk to me. I don't know if Sarah will ever talk to me, because I think Sarah's production is being ran by Zeus. And I think that it is all, she's backed, and that she has production. And I believe that it is a part of the publicity, because we do not want the baddies to be forgotten, and we don't want them to come out of the media, because season 2 is coming. So I don't have a problem with that. The problem that I have is that I just need it to be addressed and put behind us forever for good. And I need Zeus to take a look at the way that they're editing the reality shows to show a better look for our dark-skinned women. Have a better representation of our dark-skinned women and a better look. All right? That's something that I'm advocating for. I need it in order to move forward. Like, I'm going to do Chance's review, because I love Chance, and I'm so excited and very good. But I'm not in the mood to be harassed by people that need something to be done. Okay, so if she's gonna be the face of Zeus, Natalie Nunn is, and she has like clout with Lemmy and the producers and Ray J and Princess and everybody else, like, I need y'all to understand that people cannot just walk around like this. I've seen this whole thing occur with the Chance season 1, when New York had to come in and say, oh, you know, let Yodeler, you know, act up and do all she's doing because she's light-skinned. You know, it was apparent because we didn't have nobody else. We didn't have no dark-skinned representation up at the end to say, okay, this person is beautiful enough to go up against, you know, either Yummy or Yodeler or whatever. We didn't get it. We didn't have it. This batch of girls that's on season 2, I'm not exactly certain where we gonna find, like, what's, you know, I'm looking at them and I don't see it either coming into the house. Like, beautiful dark skinned woman that I would be happy to say, yes, that's a representation of somebody like me. They're not gonna look like me because they're not gonna have my lips, they're not gonna have my nose, they're not gonna have my eyes, but they can have my skin color and be beautiful and be showcased that way and look like they have a chance of winning whatever they come for. So that's something we wanted to talk about, guys. You know, y'all, I live in the ghetto, y'all, so don't even be tripping when you hear them police sirens outside. That shit real. It's real, okay? It's real. All right. So let's talk about One More Chance with Chance Kamal. What's his last name? Is it Harris? We are ready. All right, so One More Chance season 2 episode 1 starts with the new house, which they do have a new house and it's very nice. Yummy is pregnant. The baby is not Chance's, and we had to establish that it is not Chance's baby and it is not a baby stallion in there. I don't know who she's pregnant for. I don't know who she's pregnant by, but we had to establish. You know, she was dating some kind of athlete or something. I don't know who baby that is, but we done determined it is not a stallion in there. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, I met Miko and her mama, Sonia. I don't know why Sonia is there. Sonia is there to protect Miko, to make sure that whenever Miko fighting, she fight too till we get her out. She brings a little bit of drama. I like it. They don't really want to fight. Miko don't want to fight. She's too pretty to fight. Her nails and all that stuff. Let Miko stay till the end. She all right where she at for now. Tokyo is a BBW. She's beautiful. Stony, is that her name? She just look rough. Is that the dark skinned girl? I believe so. She need help. She need to take that red hair out. Without the red hair in her face, like all this stuff went, she just looked too rough. Chance's entrance was almost undone by the horses because everybody's screaming about Chance said, shut the hell up. Y'all gonna make my horses attack. You know what I'm saying? That was funny. Chance is funny the whole time. The dialogue, everything, the ad-libs, like just everything is just funny. And you know I love it, so I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you raw. Mike didn't like the batch that Chance picked. I'm not really, I don't know. Zola is back. Roly Poly Snacks is also in the house. You know she's my favorite. I'm not even going to lie. And I watched the official trailer for season 2, and Mangina is in it, and I'm excited because I didn't see Mangina at first. So when I see Mangina this time, I'm just like, Mangina, I can't wait for you to go. All right, Stormy, she's a natural dude, and they try to rag on her talking about it's a bird nest, and Chance was like, is that a bird nest? And I'm like, why Chance be trying these women like this? You know you got a lot of problems, Chance. You can't be just. That is the first opposite of colorist stuff I ever seen in my life. Like, he was going in on the beautiful light-skinned natural hair girl. That was like, oh, okay. So I thought all the dark-skinned women in the house were like, oh, shit. Chance. Chance saying he was catfished by the filters the females be using. That was funny. That's funny as hell. Cause he damn sure know that none of them don't look like what they be looking like in them damn pictures on the IG. Okay. Khadijah's pretty. Sharice is pretty. Them two, I need them to go towards the end. Khadijah, I don't know if she's very smart. She reminds me of the last girl, the pretty butch one. Cheese, was that what her name was? The one that wanted to fight everybody and she had the issues at the reunion. Khadijah remind me of her, but she's pretty. So they're giving us options. Diamond is another yummy. Danny doesn't know where we are, who we're there for, so she got to go first. Like, let her go first. Send Danny home quick, immediately. Joni, that's the redhead. Her taking her nails off for no damn reason. Now, she is dedicated and committed to Chance. Yeah, she's there for Chance, but I need her to refine herself. She need refinement immediately because she gonna go home because she not giving no appeal or nothing for me to work with. So I'm not feeling her. But she dark skinned, but she not giving, like, she dark skinned Thank you. But could she have been like smooth? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm looking for. Like that Gabrielle Union looking one that we had in the last season. She had a chance. She just wasn't into chance. Anyway, the dialogue between the bird nest girl and the dark skin girl was just totally colorist for me. I need you to leave that stuff out of the editing next time because it's not funny. The Stormy girl was being put down for having good hair by somebody wearing weave. I don't know where the hell she come from. I don't even know her name because y'all didn't even bother to tell it to us, I don't think, and we didn't care. She's not bad looking. I didn't like her with the dry weave. Khadijah told her that she had. But with the red hair, she looked a little better. She's pretty. She's cute. She can move forward a bit. I just didn't like her telling her like, oh, you should have a weave because Chance was going like, no, I'm not like, no, like sis, no, sis, that is her natural God-given hair. We're not gonna hate her for that. Sis is beautiful. Sis is rocking her fro. She's supposed to be safe rocking her fro around black people. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do none of that. Let's not have none of that in the editing with that colorist stuff that's going to make us go off on each other. Like, that's not what we're fighting. Find something else to fight about. 4 females in the room brings attention. Shoshana is also a beautiful butch. She will fight. She looked like she will fight and she would win. So Miko, I know you're sharing the room with Shoshana. I think you should hurry up and make friends. I don't know what you're gonna do. Rolly and the sisters. Them sisters, I need them to leave immediately. I don't like none of them. I don't like none of them. They whores. And I'm sorry. Sharice high price ass walking in, totally ignored. Like, sis, I know you trying to get your 15 minutes. Sis, I know you're trying to get it on the scene. I know you're trying to get it on the scene. I know you're trying to get your 15 minutes in, but it is a fail. Epic, epic, epic fail, honey. You lost it. We did not catch it, and we did not like it. Sharice is pretty. She's, beautiful. She's cute. She could go on to the end. Like all the light skinned ones are gonna go on to the end. I don't know. Rolly and the sisters, them sisters, send the sisters home. They have a nerve. You do not come into the house. Rolly ain't going nowhere. That's number one. Y'all tried it. They thought they were gonna try Rolly and jump her. I don't like them. I don't like them because they was hanging out with Yola before entering the house, and they brought men to the hotel, and they starting with Rolly. Let them go quickly. That's my notes. Let them go quickly. Cause sis, you come here with your sister to defend your sister, and then y'all want to start with Rolly because y'all trying to y'all looking for clout. Y'all tried it. Y'all ran up, and y'all got done up. And sis, Rolly handled it. Rolly had to pop her wig off. When Chance came trying to cool her down, she like, baby, I ain't even got no tape on this stuff. Rolly gonna give me the laughs all the way to the end, so she gotta come up to the mid part. Like, don't get rid of her no time soon, cause she gonna bring the drama, and I need her to talk all the tea what's going on in the house. I need her to have evidence next time. If you see somebody booed up, sis, take your camera out, spin around, do a selfie. You know how we do in social media. Do a selfie, but be really taking a picture and a video of them people. Do a selfie. You know what to do. Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh, I'm beautiful. But it really be turned that way, and you getting the tea. Get the tea. Get evidence. Get everything. We need it, Rolly. We need you, Rolly. Burring it for me, baby. I know I'm going to be satisfied tonight when I am laughing right over there and watching One More Chance. All right. So, I need Yodeler to be fixed up for the upcoming scenes because she's on her 2nd season, and I should see a glow up. That's the only thing that I'm asking for. Like, whatever scenes y'all already filmed, I don't know, but progressively make it better. Her hair and her makeup needs to be on point. I did not like the weave that she entered the house with. She doesn't look too bad in the confessionals, but I really need to see a glow up like she was on season 1 and she got a check and she came back better than before. I really need to see. I need that for Yodeler, without question. What else? That's it for now. That's it. So that's it for the One More Chance. I done gave my commentary on all the people that I think make a difference or mean anything to the show. Everybody else, we'll see. The girls that Yola was with, the girl, I think her name is the one that's a BBW. I said she's a BBW. Is that Diamond? Is that her name? She looked like she gonna tear the house up tonight. They looking for clout. They looking for clout, so they come automatically. No, Diamond is another yummy. Who did I say? What's her name? Tokyo. I believe that's Tokyo. Tokyo, I think she was in the room with Yodeler. That was okay. It was fine. It wasn't, I think the girls are like checking Yodeler out to see, what she's gonna bring or whatever. Whoever that girl is, that it was her birthday, she is not there for chance. She can go today, tonight, like immediately. The white girl Danny, she needs to leave immediately. Them two for sure, I know need to leave immediately. Anybody else, we can wait until the rest of the seasons going forward to see how we're gonna handle that. All right, so I have given you my commentary on One More Chance. I should come back later and give you the commentary for One More Chance tonight because I'm about to go watch it now. It should be airing soon if it hasn't aired as yet. And I'm excited about it. So I'm about to go. I'm going to catch it. And I'm going to give you the review. Later on today or tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back in my episode 2 outfit. And give you a review of episode 2 of season 2, One More Chance. It has been Coffee, Tea, or Labrish. I'm excited bringing the tea for you. I'm excited for you guys to spend your time with me, for you to listen to me, for you to give me your energy. I want to thank you for being a subscriber. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so when I go live or when I drop a video, you'll always be notified right on time. It's Mona, Indefatigable Heights, as always, timeless, tireless, unstoppable, indefatigable, Mona Heights, all right? So you have a good night. Enjoy your week. I know it's a lot going on. As I said, look out for your people. Check on your people. Hashtag, let's contact our loved ones and make sure that they're not having any mental health problems. Hashtag mental health is a real problem out here, and we are going to be fighting it together. I myself, have been through, moments like, where, you feel like the mind is going to break and, you have to find ways to bring yourself back to fight, these issues and so on. So my YouTube is a safe space for me, like sharing my commentary, sharing my reviews, whatever it is that I'm doing. It makes me feel better so that I'm able to fight my issues and my problems. So I definitely understand what kind of problems are out there. And so it is a personal issue for me as well. So I do want to thank you for contacting me in my DMs, on my IG, Cafeteria Labrish LLC. In my DM, my email me at cafeterialabrish41@gmail.com. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Cafeteria Labrish or Mona Heights. And I'm always here for you. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying tuned to Cafeteria Labrish. Like, share, and subscribe. Become a subscriber. And I want to thank you again. Have a good night. Bye-bye.